Hey everybody, diecast construction expert here with you to bring you a review of the Komatsu GD655 motor grader in 1/50th scale by First Gear. And I do believe I did a review of the earlier version of this same exact grader. This is just the updated version with the GPS unit mounted there on the mold board. And it also came with the TopCon laser system there, and a little person there that comes with it as well. So with no further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop into the review. Starting at the front of the model, we can see up front that there is pretty nice linkaging here for the steering and suspension of the model. There's some hydraulics there that would simulate the tilting of the wheels, which doesn't work all that great, but it is a nice thing to have visually. We get two forward-facing headlights at the front of the model. Moving down along here, we see the circle, and it's got some nice hydraulic lining there and a little plastic motor that is try to zoom in on that a little better, duplicated there in plastic. And there on the side above the Komatsu logo, we've got a side facing light. Up here on these hydraulics, we've got hydraulic lining, which helps definitely add to the quality of the model. We've got wear plate detailing along the mold board there on the blade, which is very nice to see for sure. And here we've also got the GPS unit that it comes with mounted on the end of the blade. Coming around the back here, you can get a little bit better shot of everything that's going on back there. Very nice detailing for sure. Definitely like this model for sure. Getting along, let's get this out of the way. Up at the front, we've got some side view mirrors there, and 4 forward-facing lights on the cab. We've got windshield wipers on all the doors, minus the rear ones. And if you can see inside the cab there, we'll go there. I don't know what's going on here, but anyways, that yellow piece there on the dash, that would be for the TopCon. And you can also see a little yellow box back there, that would also be for the TopCon. And not too much going on in the operator's cab. Can't really get the greatest view anyways, but it's essentially just a seat and a steering wheel. Since everything is the same on that side, we'll flip it around, and there's really nothing going on in there, although my focus is just miserable, so it doesn't matter either way. Coming around to the rear of the model though, we see the nice Komatsu logo on the rear there of the grille, and we've got some caution lights and some braking lights slash those would typically be on all the time, and some rear facing lights with some reverse lights added there as well. Here at the back we've got a 3-shank ripper. I'm probably going to take this off because it's a little flimsy and it doesn't even really sit straight unless you kind of adjust it to sit straight, so that's probably going to go. Here on the back we've got a couple of handrails that are shown here, and we've got the pre-cleaner and the exhaust stack out the top there, along with some GD655 graphics. The tire tread is pretty much standard for most motor graders out there. Along the bottom of the cab there, we've got some steps to get in and out of the cab, and we'll try to turn the model open a little bit And you can see on the underside there are some hydraulics to simulate the hydraulics that would be there to help the motor grader turn. And we've also got another light there at the bottom of the cab near the step. Very nice little feature. And that's pretty much going to do it for the overview of the model. I'll get to the functions here. It's going to be a little rough, but we'll get through it. Alright, so we're at the front of the machine, and this is showing the blade pitched all the way out to the left, and it'll go all the way out to the right. And in terms of up and down, it will go up. If it'll hold it there, it almost held it that time, but it'll go up that high. Sometimes it'll hold it, but most of the time it won't. On my other one, it would hold it a little bit, and it'll go down that far. Albeit you might have an issue like we've got going on right here, and without causing too much more havoc, we'll show you it won't quite work, but theoretically it would almost be able to pitch the blade 90 degrees. It probably could do it, I just don't want to do it. So that's that. These front wheels, wish I could get this to function a little bit more easily, but they've got a good degree of articulation in them, and fairly decent degree of turning one way, but not so much to the other, which isn't really a huge deal at all for me. And last but not least, the rear wheels do have a little bit of play in them, like most graders typically would. I guess since I got you here, I'll show you the underside. Not too much going on there. That's the underside of that. That's the underside of that. And that is the underside of that. So that's going to do it for us, guys. Like I said, I've already done a review of this grader practically, so this one's a little bit longer than I was hoping for, but it's a little bit different, so I figured I'd show everybody. Hope you enjoyed this review. As always, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think, and we'll see you in the next review.